Pablo Torres' decision to leave Barcelona and sign for Mallorca is the kind of moment that feels small on the surface. One young player seeking minutes, but that echoes through a club built on youth identity. Torre didn't storm out in fury. He left with gratitude and honesty. He spoke warmly about the board, the dressing room and teammates who helped him grow. Yet he also made plain what so many academy graduates know deep down. If you don't play, you don't grow. After arriving from Racing Santander, after seasons of flashes and training ground promise, Torre chose the certainty of minutes at Mallorca over another year of uncertainty at Camp Nou. That choice, framed by his candid comments about Hansi Flick's use of him, forces a bigger question. When does squad depth become a trap for the very academy the club prides itself on? Torres' critique was simple and human. He said there were matches where he felt he had earned minutes, and that in games where the scoreline would have allowed it, Flick didn't give them. He stressed that he told Flick how he felt, that he spoke honestly with his manager, and that he respects the coach's decisions. But the underlying message, young players want to play, not warm the bench, landed loud. At the same time, Torres showered praise on teammates, especially Lamine Yamal, calling him a crazy in the best way, technically brilliant and now physically relentless. Torre even joked he'd give Lamine the Ballon d'Or, a line that reveals admiration and the reality that Barca's talent pool remains extraordinary. The tension is not talent versus talent, it's opportunity versus congestion. Barcelona's midfield and attacking ranks are stacked, established names, big signings and other young stars fighting for the same minutes. For a 20-year-old who wants to develop through match experience, the calculus can become unbearable. Torres' move to Mallorca is therefore both personal and emblematic. It's personal because it reflects his own impatience and ambition. He wants to be on the pitch, to test himself week in, week out. It's emblematic because it highlights a structural risk for Barcelona, letting talented academy products exit because there isn't a clear, reliable pathway into sustained first-team roles. The ramifications are immediate. On a sporting level, Mallorca gains a hungry, technically gifted midfielder who will get regular minutes. For Torre, that playing time is the oxygen of development. For Barcelona, however, the departure raises questions about recruitment and integration strategy. Are the rotation plans actually helping to integrate youth? Does the current balance of signings and starters leave enough room for homegrown prospects to breathe? And for Hansi Flick, Torres' honesty about wanting minutes and feeling he sometimes deserved them becomes a mirror reflecting tough managerial choices. Coaches must manage egos, results, and long-term development simultaneously. When those goals clash, someone's short-term career can stall. The human cost shows in Torres' words about missing his teammates, keeping in touch, and leaving the door open to a future return, but only if his role would be different. That conditional return is telling. Players still dream of Camp Nou, yet they want clarity and respect for their growth trajectories. Fans should also read between the lines. Supporters hungry for trophies want the best 11 on the pitch, but Barca's identity has always included developing the next generation. If that identity is to persist, the club must offer convincing pathways from La Masia to lasting first-team roles. That may mean more planned loan strategies with guaranteed minutes, clearer rotation promises, or targeted departures that balance patience with opportunity. In the final analysis, Pablo Torres' transfer is as much a wake-up call as it is a new chapter for the player himself. It asks Barcelona to weigh immediate competition against the long game of producing the stars of tomorrow. Torres' praise for players like Lamine Yamal reminds us Barca still breeds exceptional talent. His exit reminds us that talent needs time on the pitch to become legend. Whether this season sparks more exits or forces structural change at Camp Nou will depend on decisions taken in boardrooms, training sessions and locker rooms. For now, Torre heads to Mallorca to play, learn and prove that leaving was the right move for his career. And Barcelona is left to decide how many more academy hearts it can afford to lose before it rebuilds the bridge between promise and opportunity.